Hi everyone, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you are new to my channel, my name is Nancy. In today's class, I'm going to be showing you how to read your tape measure accurately. So if this is something you're interested in learning, keep on watching and let's get started. Basically, the tape measure is used for measuring body measurements, fabrics and patterns to ensure proper fit. And the length of the tape measure varies. You can get it in 60 inches, 100 inches, and 120 inches, but the length of my tape here is 60 inches. This tape has two sides. The one side is measured in inches, which are these bold figures you can see. This is 1, 2, 3 inches, 4 inches, 5 inches, 6 inches, and so on. But here in Nigeria, a lot of people work with inches. But if you actually want to be very professional at what you do and get a proper fit, trust me, centimeter is the best. It's very easy to understand and it gives you the exact values that is being calculated or measured. So basically, the other thing I usually do before taking any body measurements or measuring a fabric or pattern is to remove these gold plates at the beginning of this tape. I like to remove it because as time goes on, you realize that it begins to shift, which would always alter your measurements. So if you are someone that doesn't joke with accuracy and fitting, the best thing you can do now is to take out the gold plate. So I'm going to pull it out so it doesn't affect my measurements at any point. And another thing you need to note is that the tape measure you use in measuring your client should be the same tape measure you'd be using in drafting that client's pattern. This is very important because if you compare about 2 or 3 of your measuring tape you have with you right now, you'll notice that the bars might not align. So this is another reason why you might not get the exact fitting. But in a situation whereby you misplace the tape measure, of course, you have to make the dress for your client, but it's always good to be intentional. So guys, this is one of the tips I usually use in training students in our physical class. You can see that there's no gold plates at the beginning. If you're interested in joining my physical class, kindly send a DM to Stylemebynancy on Instagram. So the beginning of the tape measure is recorded as 0. And the next longest bar is 1. Let me take this again. The beginning of the tape measure is recorded as 0. The next longest bar is 1. The next longest bar is 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. So in between 0 to 1, we have other bars inside. So if I keep using this tape measure to explain, you might not really understand it. To explain this more clearly, I have drawn a tape measure on a white paper so we can break it down step by step. So just the same way we have the bars on the tape measure is the same way I've drawn the bars on the pattern paper. So the longest line at the beginning is recorded as 0. The next longest line is recorded as 1 inch, and the next longest line is recorded as 2 inches. So that's the way you will just keep recording it as it goes. Now, the long line between 0 to 1 at the center is half of an inch, which is here. Then from 0 to this half of an inch, we have 3 bars, which I've marked here. And then from this half of an inch to 1 inch, we also have 3 bars in between. So that's basically it. So it is time for you to understand how to read your tape measure accurately in inches. Each bar is represented as 0.125. This simply means that 1 bar is equal to 0.125. So the first bar is 0 and the next bar is 0.125. So to get the next bars, you need to keep adding 0.125 continuously. So if I had 0.125 to 0.125, it will give me 0.25. To get the next bar, I need to add 0.125 to this new value, and that will give me 0.375. To get the next bar, I'm going to be adding 0.125 to this 0.375, and that will give me 0.5. So continuously, you just keep adding 0.125, and that will give you the values. So all you have to do is to always add 0.125 to the previous value to get the next value. To get 1 inch, I added 0.125 to 0.875, and that gave me 1 inch. Now I'll keep adding the 0.125 as it goes. So 1 plus 0.125 is 1.125. 125. In order not to waste much of your time, I'll just go ahead to calculate the rest. So if I had 0.125 to this 1.875, that would give me 2 inches. So there's another way of understanding the tape measure in inches, which is representing all these decimal numbers into fractions. So let me just explain the common way. This 0.25 is the same thing as 1 over 4, which is quarter of an inch. This 0.5 is the same as 1 over 2, which is half of an inch. Why this 0.75 is the same thing as 3 over 4, which is 3/4 of an inch. 0, quarter of an inch, half of an inch, and 3/4 of an inch. Now, if you continue with the fraction, here would be 1 1/4 inches, which is 1 over 4 inches. Now, the next one would be 1 1/2 inches. So that will be 1 over 2. So this would be represented as 1 1/2 inches. So that is 1 over 2 inches. And this next bar is 3 over 4, which would be 1 3/4 inches. So I would like us to go through this for the last time. So this is 0, this is quarter of an inch, this is half of an inch, and this is 3/4 of an inch. Why this is 1 inch? So this is 1 1/4 inches, 1 1/2 inches, and 1 3/4 inches. Then we finally have 2 inches. So this is basically how to read this tape measure. So you'd notice that I didn't focus on the fraction values for some of the bars. I only focused on the bars that are very common. So based on my experience, I would always advise you to work with centimeters. The only time I like to work with inches is when maybe it's a whole number, maybe 2 inches, 20 inches, and then 20 1/4 inches, 20 1/2 inches, 20 3/4 inches. But you see all those other values, they can be very confusing, and if you are not patient enough to understand them, you would make mistakes and the dress would not fit properly. So centimeters is the best. To be a good fashion designer, you need to be versatile. You need to understand how to read the tape measure both in inches and centimeters, because the errors you will get in centimeters is going to be very low compared to the errors you will get when working with inches. Now, let's move on to centimeters. So this is the side of the tape that has the values in centimeters, and I've gone ahead to draw the exact bars on my pattern paper so that you guys can understand. Even without me explaining, it is obvious that the bars are readable. Do you understand? So for centimeter, each bar represents 0.1. So when you add 0.1 to the previous bar, it gives you the next bar. And when you keep adding 0.1 to the previous bar, it gives you the value for the next bar. The first bar, that's the longest bar, is 0. And the next one is 0.1. So 0.1 plus 0.1 will give you the next bar, which is 0.2. If you had 0.1, it gives you the next bar, which is 0.3. The next bar again, you had 0.1, gives you 0.4. You have 0.5. So just keep adding 0.1 to the previous value to get the next value. So that was basically what I did here. So when I got to 1, I added 0.1 and it gave me 1.1. So this is 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5. So the next bar will be 1.6 centimeters, 1.7 centimeters, 1.8 centimeter, 1.9 centimeter, 2 centimeters, and so on. Maybe 2.1, 2.3, 2.5, 3 centimeters, 3.1 to 4 centimeters. You just keep calculating it that way. So that's basically how it works. Let me answer one of the common questions that my students usually ask during the physical class. What if you already have your client's measurements in inches? How do you go about it? It's very easy. You can use your tape measure to convert that inches to centimeter. You can even convert centimeter to inches with just your tape measure. So let's get started. Imagine if my hip measurement is 36 inches and I want to convert it to centimeters. All I have to do is to fold my tape into 2 and to see where the bar meets on the other side of the centimeter. So you can actually use a pen to make a mark there. So from what I can see here, it falls on 91.4. So what this simply means is that 91.4 in centimeters would also be the same thing as 36 inches, or 36 inches can be represented as 91.4, vice versa. Now let's use another example. Now say that the round armhole measurement is 20 inches and I want to convert it to centimeter. I'm going to fold my tape this way again and then get the mark there. So this fell on 50.8 centimeters. So I'm just going to display calculation on the screen just in case you don't want to calculate yours with the tape measure. I'll just put a straightforward calculation on the screen for you to go through it. So guys, this is basically how to read your tape measure, and I hope this tutorial was helpful. So in our next tutorial, I'll be showing you how useful these centimeters can be in our advanced classes. Thank you very much for watching to the very end, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, share and like my tutorials. Take care and see you in my next tutorial.